Hello, world. Welcome to another episode of the Daily News Africa, a place where we aim to inform, entertain, and inspire you. My name is Mary.
And my name is Belinda. We go straight into Egypt, dubbed the Pharaoh's Golden Parade. This week in Egypt saw the 22 mummified bodies of ancient Egyptian pharaohs make their way from the iconic museum to the new National Egyptian Museum of Civilization, the new museum. And 22 bodies was 4 queens and 18 kings.
Yes.
It was a cultural spectacle.
Yeah.
Think music, dance, lights.
The roads were blocked.
Yes.
Everyone was pushed aside for these mummies.
Roads, imagine.
These
the mummies.
These kings who passed away,
Yeah.
kings and queens who passed away and are still awarded so much respect.
Absolutely. It was a spectacle.
Yeah, but Belinda, I don't know how I would feel about that road after. I don't know. It's just something about moving dead bodies. It's okay. It's okay. It's their thing, and we respect that. But
yeah, it took me a while also to come to grips with it because I was thinking, okay, first of all, I don't quite understand the whole preservation of a body like that. I think for me, I was just like, why? They're not here anymore. You've practically removed. You've gutted them. There's no heart. There's no, they're no parts inside.
Yeah.
So why are we? But you're right. It was, I guess, culturally, which is another thing.
Yeah.
You know how you get cultural shock when you see maybe my people dress a certain way, and then I'm also just like, I don't understand. I feel like it's one of those things. So for Egyptians, it was a very big deal. As a matter of fact, the Director General of UNESCO was at the event. It was going to be streamed also. So it was quite a big deal.
It was quite a big deal, and it's been stated that these bodies need about 15 days to go through what they call laboratory restoration for them to then be displayed, and then this this museum will be opened up and they will be displayed. If some of you have got Googled the mummification process, you should. It's ridiculous. They take out everything and keep the whole thing. So
like the shell.
With a lot of nitrogen, which is part of the preservation process. So it's just crazy how it works.
Yeah, but it was quite something.
Yeah.
I learned something new this week. So.
And it's their leaders, so we'll respect them. That was a very big deal. New museum. So imagine moving the remains from Kasubi tombs.
Yeah.
It may not go so well in Uganda, but let's move on into our next story.
No, wait, before we go to your next story, there are people in Egypt who are like, what have y'all done?
Wait.
You people planning this move. In fact, the minute you announced it, Suez Canal blocked.
Why are you disturbing the pharaohs?
See what's happening? 2 trains colliding. You see? You disturbed the pharaohs.
Moving them. Did they ask for it? Anyway, guys, we'll still respect the culture, and that was just a spectacular event, which was a milestone, I guess, for them.
Absolutely.
So kudos to Egypt.
Speaking of artists, American artist Akon was in Uganda this week, and among other business plans he's doing, top on the list was having an Akon Entertainment City. And trying to support local artists, among other things. There's a lot of talk about the city using cryptocurrency,
futuristic
very
city.
Futuristic city.
Such big plans.
Well, you don't sound convinced.
Such big plans. Now we will just get into a slight clip that is played already, where our fellow African man who was born in Senegal. And he was there for 8 years. Says the African industry is doing so
surprisingly
well.
Surprisingly.
Because he's
Mary,
from where?
We're being petty label right now.
No, we must. What does he mean surprisingly? Because the 8 years you were here suddenly have been wiped out by your now American dream. I'm not hating. Okay, maybe I am.
You totally
but what do you mean it's surprisingly doing well? We've been doing well for so many years. It's been maybe 5 years. Our music has been banging. We have the likes of Burna Boy doing shows outside.
About to say that.
We have so many people.
He literally just won an award for Best Global Album.
Yes.
Yeah, Burna Boy. So I'm just like, anyway. So that rubbed me a certain way.
Yeah.
Because he genuinely seemed surprised when he said, "Oh, surprisingly." It was such a genuine emotion. But I'm just like, in his I guess, genuine emotion. There lies the what do I call it? There lies the crime.
The crime,
the
exactly.
fact that it's not okay.
You've forgotten your heritage. Okay, I don't know if I could say forgotten, but suddenly it's not a thing anymore. Yeah. Suddenly we are not seeing, you don't see this stuff making sense. And he mentioned a very good point about the musicians in Uganda and in Africa generally, not seeing the business side of entertainment, which was
true,
very profound. And most of the times he said, passion supersedes the business side of things, and that's where people lose out. They don't make money. So in that regard, he's right. But him being surprised, with all these bangers, people like Beyonce are making are doing collaborations with this African. So
what do you mean?
What do you mean?
Well, he said he's been cooped up in his studio writing songs and producing music. So
must
maybe
be nice.
he's not.
He doesn't hear the music. He's not on the YouTube.
No, I'm kidding. But that was a legitimate point. I feel like that is the crime here, in terms of artists on the continent. You have a gift, but then your producers are selling it. I mean, just a few months ago, Thames and Omale were arrested here. I mean, who's doing the due diligence? Exactly. Why are you going to a country during COVID and you think it's going to be okay? Have you checked the laws?
Yeah, and he talked about things like structure, and that's where things like structure come in, right? Which we don't have. So we're waiting for this futuristic city. We hope we get a bit of a stay. We hope we go visit.
Yes, can't wait. I hope it doesn't turn out like the Qatari city that we've been waiting for since 2017.
And we can't wait for this big entertainment festival. We'll be there, won't you, Belinda?
Oh, absolutely. Without a doubt.
More than a year into the COVID-19 pandemic, the island country of Haiti has up to now not yet received any single dose of the COVID-19 vaccine. Nothing to service the 11 million population. It's ridiculous how, it's some of those problems you'd expect in Africa, where the last to receive. But Uganda, Kenya, we all have, we have a bit of the vaccine. We have, some people have been vaccinated. Nobody in Haiti has been vaccinated.
And even before we go far, I mean, this is where you really say to yourself, there is a God in heaven. Because, I mean, forget the vaccine. For a moment, people are still not sure where to get masks. Are you serious?
People are waiting for the government. They have the government Etuyambe mentality to go and take care of themselves, to buy a mask. They do not know where they sell masks.
Truly, the Lord protects his own. It's a small country, and if it hit under those conditions, at least based on the pictures we've seen and the videos we've seen, they would be wiped out in a flash. So it's sad, and it's so crazy how, as a leader, you sort of get into a bubble, and no shots fired at the leadership. But you see some of the politicians saying, "Oh no, actually, yes, 3 million jobs are coming, but we're trying to establish who gets, who doesn't get, how we roll out, how we store." Valid concerns.
Exactly.
So it's been a year.
Yeah, but storage. How is storage still a problem? Where are you going to? 3 million, guys. Like, how can COVID-19 be? It's not a priority for you guys to, figure out where are we going to store these vaccines.
A year later.
Basic storage.
No. Something ain't right. Yeah. Something ain't right.
Haiti is really just like Africa, but I feel like we're even doing better. But maybe some of the people who are suffering because of the negligence of the leaders and stuff like that. It's sad, and we hope that eventually they find storage. First things first, right? And establish a plan, because these vaccines, 3 million doses are meant to come in May, so they don't have much time.
No, they don't. Wycliffe Jean, if you ever see this, sir, he ran for president. Yeah, please do something. Help your people. And that's all we've had for you this week. Join us again next week, same time, same place. Remember, COVID is still here, so please remember to observe social distancing. Yeah, and if you get a chance, to get the vaccine, please get the vaccine. Yes. But you still have to wear your mask. Yes. You still have to observe social distancing. And you still have to sanitize. Absolutely. Have a good day.